Welcome to Living Big. Hey, I'm Marley.
And I'm Kylie. We're thrilled you're here. This season, we're exploring how to discover, cultivate, and balance passions with everyday life.
Through inspiring stories and actionable tips, we'll dive into turning dreams into reality, embracing creativity, and finding joy in what truly lights you up.
We're talking with creatives, entrepreneurs, hobbyists, and people who've turned passions into careers.
So stick around as we dive in.
Welcome to season 2 of the Living Big podcast, Pursuing Passion. This is an awesome topic that we've been waiting to talk about for so long.
I think we've had this plan for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer.
Yeah, like well into season 1, we were like, you know what? We're going to do seasons. We know exactly what we're going to do. Spoiler alert, we know the topics of like the next 4 or more seasons.
Yeah. Seasons.
We're ready
not
to
episodes.
go.
Seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
We're
12
ready.
episodes in each season. So
oh my gosh, I'm so pumped.
we're ready to go here. And we're buckling up because it's January. We're recording this in December. Got to be honest with you.
We're on top of it.
The holidays is a lot.
They're
So
upon
we got to record this before all of that.
Yep.
But we've been thinking so much about pursuing passion, and we can't wait for this lineup. We have incredible guests. They're so awesome. I can't wait for you guys to learn from them. I can't wait to learn from them.
Same.
And it's going to be so much fun.
Mm.
I feel like this isn't a topic we talk about enough. It's one of the pillars of the podcast. If you were here for season 1, we love you. If you weren't here for season 1, we had a bunch of pillars we talked about on
Right.
Living Big.
Mm-hmm.
Motherhood, fun, passion, connectivity. But we wanted to really dive into the nitty gritty of each thing. And so passion was kind of first on the list.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes you a whole human, is living passionately and finding joy, finding your spark.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that.
So this season, we're going to discover how to figure out what your passions are. Maybe you already know, maybe you don't. We want to help you cultivate and balance your passions with everyday life balance, quote unquote.
Just, you know our thoughts on that.
You know, we want to get those passions in there for sure.
Yes.
We're going to have inspiring stories, actionable tips. We're going to be all over socials for fun, engaging content with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to dive into turning our dreams into a reality. So if there is something that you've had in mind, we really, really want to help ignite that spark and help you pursue that.
I love that.
We're going to embrace creativity. We're going to find joy in what truly lights you up. And we have a fun announcement.
This isn't just about your dreams.
Yeah.
This is about our dreams. And we've had this dream of building our own business, not just our podcast. Our podcast is like a fun passion project.
Yeah.
But we are launching our business called Living Big Labs. We've teased about it, and it's a reality now.
Yeah.
It's happening.
And we're so excited.
We've already launched at this point. We launched a week ago.
Yeah.
From the time that this episode comes out, it will have launched already.
Yeah.
For a week.
Right now, as we're recording, we're in the mad dash of getting everything ready, and it's so fun.
So fun.
Genuinely cannot wait. We're going to dive more into this topic throughout this episode, so you know what on earth we're talking about when we're talking about labs. We're not talking about a science lab.
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
No rats or animals were harmed in the making of this.
No.
But Living Big Labs is a culmination of so much learning and growth from us. And like I said, we're going to dive into more details in a minute, but we're here to help small businesses really thrive by taking some of the stress off with social media specifically. And we'll get into this in a little bit later.
Yeah.
But this aligns with the season's theme, I think, a lot
Oh, yeah.
because it's been something we've talked about so much.
Yeah.
Something we've learned about so much, something we're really passionate about and we want to help other people with.
Yeah.
And so
Definitely.
it kind of fit perfectly into season 2 passions, pursuing that.
Yep. Launching the season and the business at the same time,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
Call us crazy.
We are.
Or just multitaskers? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Super ADHD. We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know.
A little bit of all of it.
Some things you can look forward to this season, though, before we get into the meat of the episode, is we're going to have 12 episodes packed with creatives, entrepreneurs, hobbyists, and people who've turned their passion into careers. Basically, anyone who lives a passion-filled life
Yes.
is going to come on. They're going to inspire us and they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Some of the potential topics, so you can kind of get a feel for what you are in for this season, is how to find your passion, turning a side hustle into a career, balancing passion with responsibilities. We're going to explore stories of late bloomers. Shout out. I feel like that's me in that category.
We're like almost 30.
Yeah.
I'm turning 30 in a couple months, and I'm 100% a late bloomer. I feel like I'm just now starting to maybe figure out a few things.
No, I saw this video the other day on social media of this girl starting ballet in her 30s, and people were like, you know what, that is amazing.
I want to do that so bad.
They're like, you didn't start that when you were 4. And that's how I always had those thoughts growing up was, well, if I didn't do it then, like, can I start now? Absolutely. No matter what your age. We love that. We love to see it. Pursue the things you want to do. We're going to talk about passion versus obsession. Ooh. There's a new podcast cover.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of new social media stuff. We've got new covers for all the reels, for the YouTube videos.
Who are we?
We had a cute artist, my sister-in-law, Janie, actually design a little cartoon for us.
I'm so excited.
And it's all just so fun. So we're very excited for this journey. We're excited for you to be here. And we're excited to jump into season 2 and help us all pursue our passions.
Let's do it.
Let's.
Just do the thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Okay, so let's get into it. What is Living Big Labs? So we are now a full service social media management business. The plan is to just take socials off your plate so you can do what you actually enjoy, which is using your brain for the creativity that your business needs. Because unfortunately, social media takes a lot of time and effort and creativity, and it sucks a lot of brain power. And we have fallen in love with it. So we figure we can help other people with their small businesses and help them with their social media goals.
It's 2 birds with 1 stone. We actually enjoy it. And whether or not you like it, if you're running a small business, you know there's so many plates spinning all at once.
So many.
That honestly, like, social media is a necessary piece because everyone goes and checks people's socials to see if they're legit.
Yeah.
But you might not have time, nor should you necessarily be devoting it. It's important, but is it the most important when you're trying to bring in money for your family with a small business?
Yep.
So we want to help you.
I just had an example of this exact thing that you're like, oh, I checked social media to make sure they were legit, right?
Yeah.
So I got a request for a Christmas present from someone, from my husband. He wanted a specific Christmas present. I was like, cool. I went and like stalked their social media just to see who they were and what they were about, whatever. The last time they posted was like in 2023.
Yeah.
I was like, are they still even in business?
Yeah.
Are they still functioning? I went and purchased the thing like it was no big deal, but I'm just like, they dropped off the face of the planet at that point.
No, literally, even when I went to a new dermatologist, I looked up their socials because I just want to know if they have a presence there. It's not that it even needs to be the very best content I've ever seen, but we will make the very best content you've ever seen. But I was like, I want to know if they're in existence, like how good they are. Yeah. Honestly, for me, a big piece of that was like, how old are they?
Yeah.
Because I want someone who can like help me with the specific skin stuff I was going through. And they have an amazing social media presence. And I went to them over someone else that didn't have any. And it wasn't necessarily that I even thought that. But now looking back, as I've dived into the meat of social media, it's important. You got to have a presence.
It's more important than you think it is.
Yeah.
Than you consciously think it is.
Yes.
I think we subconsciously, and I'm going to narrow this down. I think even for women specifically, we can even be maybe a little more jaded. I don't know though, because I see my husband, he's got to watch before he buys a knife. He's got to go watch at least one YouTube video on that knife.
I was going to say it might not be Instagram, but it's still social media.
Social media.
My husband researches everything on YouTube for hours and hours and hours to find the very best of whatever thing he's looking for.
Yep.
And he trusts different people who are talking about different products and things that have made themselves really experts. And so it's really important, but we know that with a small business, you're probably not able to dive in and give it as much attention as it needs. And it can be a really important growth tool, not only for increasing revenue, which we always want, but actually growing a community.
Right. If that's what you're going for, is how can I use my business to leverage a community of people that can be turned to each other and be friends, be buddies, and commiserate. And
My
whatnot.
hot take is that every brand should be storytelling because that's how you're going to build a community.
I love
And
that.
communities are the people that will keep coming back for your product. A one-off client, a one-off customer, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But like you didn't capture them
Right.
forever. So that's where the story building, the storytelling, and the community come into play with a brand.
I would say an excellent example of this is Meg from Page the Shop,
Yes.
because she's on a different level when it comes to storytelling.
Yes.
And she has made it so that every post she makes feels so relatable, even though it's a product.
Yeah.
It's something she's selling, right?
Yeah.
But she has built out this community of people that are willing to like go to battle for her.
And they're
over her
waiting for
products.
every next drop, even
Yeah.
though they don't need more
No.
of the things she's dropping.
No,
So it's a marketing. It's
she's genius.
so good. Yeah. We've been studying.
We love you, Meg.
Yeah. And we felt like it was time. It's something we've been talking about both individually with our husbands. And then one day we had a conversation together and we're like, whoa, we've both been, all right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
I know.
Let's pull the plug.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing is Kylie is a serial entrepreneur, mompreneur, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Anywho, you do both. And I'm kind of new to this entrepreneurial side of things. And I feel like I've learned
You're a year
so
into
much.
it though.
I'm not new at all in content creation.
Yeah.
But I'm new in I'm doing my own business decisions.
Yes.
That's new-ish. I don't know. I had my Marley Bell makeup for a hot minute there
Yeah.
too. So yeah, we've been content creating for a long time.
Yeah.
I have been editing videos. I counted the other day since 2017
Yeah.
because I used to make music videos. That was way back in the
Yes.
day that I would film myself or someone would film me and I would make music videos. So I did long form videos before I got into the short stuff.
Same. I have a couple YouTube videos
Mm-hmm.
that I look back at now and I'm like, oh, but
Yeah.
they're fun memories.
2016
Yeah.
2016 is when so it's 8 years that I've been making videos
Yeah.
of some sort.
And the nature of the
Jeez.
beast is just that some people genuinely don't like social media. They know that they want to have their business on there, but they don't
Right.
like it.
Yep.
But we actually enjoy it. Like it's
Oh,
fun.
it's so fun. Oh my gosh. We sit there and we bounce ideas off of each other all the time, or we go through and we save a bunch of ideas that other people have kind of. And then our whole thing is we want to make it very personal to your brand and you and us and what we're trying to do.
Yes.
We are not just like a quick grab and go type of social media management business. We're not
Yeah.
all about the trends. Like obviously like it's fun to do trendy things and some of them are like silly and fun.
Well,
and
and that
whatnot.
works for some businesses and
It
it's not
does.
going to work for other ones.
No, yeah. So I
So
think
it really depends on the story you're wanting to tell.
Exactly.
The character you're trying to build. Lots of you know that I ran Event Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Before we ever even started, we talked about what is Event Penguin's character? You know, like what do we want it to feel like? We want it to feel whimsical, a little bit witty, things like that. So we want to help you define those things for your business and then breathe life into your social media so it becomes a real being in someone's life as they're scrolling.
Yeah.
And that can happen in any field. That can happen with supplements. That can happen
which
with,
you have done.
which I've done. That can happen with water bottles, which I've done.
Yep.
That can happen with services rather than like a physical product.
You've worked with a florist before and things.
Yeah.
She's not new to social media creation for other businesses.
Yeah.
No. So
We're really, really pumped. It's going to be a blast.
okay. But let's kind of go over the different things. No, yeah. Okay, we're good.
We just got a little off topic.
I know.
There.
We're just
like,
excited.
diving
It's
into
happening.
yeah. That's maybe more information than you ever wanted,
Right. You're welcome.
but we're
Actually.
pumped. So
Yeah. So our whole thing though is we want to kind of take the content creation off your plate while still maintaining kind of the integrity of your business, right?
Yeah.
In doing what you want to do. So kind of here's the walkthrough. Here's what we plan on doing. So we have 2 packages currently.
as of right now.
As
Yeah.
of right now. You know, we'll see. Up to
Whenever
I can't
we deem.
English. Yeah. I was going to say interpretation, but I was like, that's not right. What is the word? Up to...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
She can't think. Okay. Anywho, so package number 1, the Growth Starter Package. It's great for small businesses beginning their social media journey. This is what it entails. Content creation for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And 15 to 20 posts per month, daily engagement, 10 comments, interactions per platform. It's so important to be interacting not only with your audience and whatnot on comments and things, but with other people that are within your quote unquote niche, or people that you want to connect with at some point. Like you want to be seen. You want to be seen in the community, basically.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just as it's important for businesses to give back in actual physical communities, it's just as important social
In the
media.
digital world. Yeah.
Yep. And then 1 hour monthly content creation day. This is what we're really excited about, is basically we are going to come to you with all the ideas, things pretty much ready to go planned, and we're going to shoot content for an hour with you.
This is something that is super different than a lot of social media agencies out there. So I worked at an agency, and then I've done a couple other social medias that were freelancing, but it was kind of agency style, or I worked for another company where we hired an agency. And all of them just pumped out generic content of their own. So they didn't take the company's expertise. They didn't take their face. They didn't take any of those things. And they just put out blanket posts, like do this thing, and it had a little text on it or whatever. Yeah. And while there is a need for some of that, we really wanted to stand out and have you actually be the expert in your field and do monthly content with you. And so this is going to be super awesome because we'll actually come into your business, not just talk about your thing from behind the curtains. We will actually come in, take professional videos, professional photos. We've got microphones, lights.
We got everything.
All the things you need. And then you don't have to actually worry about the aftermath.
Exactly.
But you still get to be a part of it.
Right. Well, and I would say it is so important to put your voice and your face to your business.
Yes.
And so that's how we make this possible, is we come in ready to go, maximize the time that you have because you're busy, right? And then we take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got obviously videos, photos, professional camera editing. Kylie is a photographer, okay? In case you didn't know.
Outside of Living Big.
Yeah. So full service here.
Yeah.
We will take all the videos. We'll take professional photos. We'll do everything. Okay?
That includes headshots. Say you have a business that you want headshots for your employees, for whatever it may be. If you want product photos, you can send us home with products. We can take photos of them. So it's like, legitimately, you're not going to have to hire an outside photographer to do all that, to give us the content so that we'll post it.
Yep.
It's an in-house, all of it thing.
In-house, all of it. We got it. And then the last 2 things in the Growth Starter Package is the monthly social media brand calendar. Kylie's been doing this every month for the last
year, almost.
Yeah, almost a whole year.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome. Oh my gosh. It's so good. And then basic monthly insights and performance report. Obviously, you have access to your own Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all of that. And you'll be able to post on top of that if you want. You can see your own insights, and then we can kind of give our own kind of overview of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a Growth Starter Package. And that is a package starting at $1,000.
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Exactly. Okay.
Our second package is the Living Big package. Obviously, it had to be called the Living Big package because it's double the stuff and it's double good. Right?
Double good. I love it.
It's Living Big. It's awesome. So this one is $2,000, and essentially it is double of all the stuff that Marley just went through on the Growth Starter Package.
Easy peasy.
So that means you get 30 to 40 monthly posts, you get 20 comments or interactions daily, and then you can either do a 2-hour monthly meetup with us, or you can do 2 separate 1 hours. So that could be ideal for a client who knows they're going to have certain kinds of stuff they want to do on one day, but maybe they won't have everything ready until later in the month for the next thing.
Love it.
So you can kind of split that in however you want, and we'll give you a more comprehensive monthly performance report as well.
Okay. I love that. Yep. And we'll also kick everything off with an initial strategy meeting where we kind of sit down with you, figure out what your brand is, and all of the nitty gritty details, colors, fonts, everything, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't have that, we can kind of brainstorm it out with you. We have experience in all of that. So we've got you.
Trust us.
Yeah. Okay. So with the initial brand strategy meeting, that also is basically like a Kickstarter of $300 to just get us started. And then we're good to go from there.
And that's a one-time fee.
Oh, yes.
After that, we're not going to do that every month or whatever. It'd just be the $1,000 or $2,000 a month for whichever package you choose.
Yeah. Yep.
Creating with you is the main goal.
Yep.
Helping you have a hand in your social media while it's not also eating you alive.
Right. And here's the thing is it shouldn't even be like that obvious that we're behind the scenes doing it.
Yeah.
Because
unless you want that.
Yeah.
But most brands probably won't.
No, because everyone's going to have a different voice.
Yeah. Say that we work for a chiropractor, for example. Mm-hmm. We're not chiropractors.
No.
You know, we're just splicing everything together.
Yeah.
Posting it for you, interacting, but you'll still have, like Marley said, complete freedom to touch your socials however you would like.
Right.
And it will be your expertise out there shining, which is super fun.
Yeah. I love it.
So we already talked about how this connects to our theme, but diving in a little bit more, kind of the background of why we decided to do this. We have a passion for storytelling. I have always had a passion for this. I've been a talker my entire life. I like to share things.
We started a
Professional
podcast.
yappers.
Yes.
At this point.
And then we can yap for other people.
I know. I'm like, you will let me yap more? Absolutely.
100%.
Sign me up.
/ maybe pay us for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that sounds beautiful and amazing to us, as well as we love social media. We love supporting others. We have always been hype girls, and we want to continue that in a more professional setting.
Yeah.
And kind of what inspired us to take this leap, my husband's actually been pushing me to do this for years.
Oh.
In fact, when I went to college, I studied communications, and I was working at an advertising agency for free, even though they said they were going to pay me, but that's a side story. Anyway, for free, and I was running socials for tons of different major name brands. And then I went to another influencer software program, and I was running socials for influencers for major brands. And so my husband's like, instead of doing this for someone else's bottom dollar, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
And for a long time, I didn't have the confidence in myself to like fully go for it, as well as I got distracted by so many other
life gets in
pursuits
the way.
and passions and business ideas. And like Marley mentioned, serial entrepreneur ism, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
No, not you, Siri. And since I've run so many company socials for so many years and worked in an advertising agency and done some of my own freelancing stuff for different companies, I just always had it in the back of my mind. We started the podcast. We really honed in a lot of our skills for the social media, the content creation, what that world is now, because it's changed a lot. We've been in it through the whole time, but in a more professional capacity, trying to grow a brand, grow a community, those kinds of things for ourselves, because we had our whole heart and soul into it.
Right.
Then it was like, you know what? Like, I think we could do this.
Absolutely.
And I wondered, but I kept telling my husband, I need a partner. There's no way that like I can do this all by myself for years and years. I was like, and he's like, I'll do it with you. I'm like, no, you hate social media. I need a partner who likes social media. And then once we started the podcast and we were experiencing this together, it just kept kind of being in the back of my mind. And then I remember one time on Marco Polo, Marley was like, I have been just thinking about this idea for a long time.
We got to go find that.
Of doing social media for other people.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sweet.
We could do this.
Because same.
Apparently for years.
Should we like team up or something? We're already a team.
I know, yeah.
We already have a brand.
Absolutely.
Can we run with this? And so, yeah, I think it's funny that we both independently had that thought. and then came together.
Well, here's the thing is this isn't for everyone, the whole entrepreneur type of thing. And when we focus on passions this season, it's not going to just be geared toward entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Right?
This specific episode, maybe.
Right. But my version, how I see my life, quote unquote, living big is very big, like extra big, right? And you and I have kind of talked about this, how we have very similar kind of goals and passions in our life.
Yes.
How we just want to like travel the world and eat all the food and see everything.
And own a house.
We talk about this
Sorry.
daily, that it's like
Too much.
that really we just want to own a house.
With a yard and some chickens. Is that too much to ask?
Apparently in Utah it is.
Like enough yard that I can have a tramp. I digress.
Well,
Continue.
you have a dog.
Yes.
You like have to have a yard.
Yes.
I
also have 2 children.
I was gonna say I have 2 kids and I want to be able
and
to
they're
shove them
basically
outside.
dogs. You know,
They
need
are
sunshine.
They really do.
They need water.
Every day apparently.
They're like plants.
Anyhow, but
Polly every day says to me, "Oh, sorry, tangent.
Yeah, go for
everything. It's really good to go outside." I'm like, "All right, we'll go outside."
Leo every day he'll like go grab his jacket and he's like, "I want to play outside. I want to play outside." And I'm like, "It is 27 degrees outside, sir." Today I had my coat on and I went outside and I sucked it up because I know he just wants me out there. Anyhow, but yes, our version of living big is really big. Like we love to host events and I can't do that at the place I live right now. So like I need a bigger house. I need a house in the first place.
I was gonna say bigger. Where's our house at?
I want to go visit Europe at some point, right? Like I want to do that. And I'm kind of at this point in my life, and I know you are too, that we are just ready to grind so hard. This is another side completely of the passion thing when it gets into entrepreneurship, that like you're willing and ready to push really hard and kind of make yourself go a little crazy.
Yeah.
For, you know, a certain amount of time. For me, it's like a couple of years that I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's grind it out so that way I can be hopefully in a house by March 2026. That's my goal.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We could do it.
And then maybe after that we could like, I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. You know?
I want that for you.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I want to go see it sparkle.
It's so sparkly.
Anywho, so just things like that.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's a whole different side of this. We're here, you know, everyone's got a thing. Like, yes, we want to be there. We want to help people. And we are 100% passionate about that.
Yeah.
We're so excited to jump into businesses. We get like, ooh, tingles and so excited, like these fun ideas. That's another thing. Like when you get to working with a brand, we're fresh eyes, you know, we get to see everything a little bit differently. And we're just like so pumped to help people with everything that we've learned over the last many years, right?
Yeah.
Especially the last year. But those are our personal whys. Those are like things, that was like a real tangent. But that was
why we have a podcast, because we can yap all
exactly.
we want.
We can yap about.
And you can either skip ahead or just keep on listening, because that's what we're here for.
That was so random. But that's what we're like going for here. We have goals and passions for things even outside of this, that like hopefully this can be something to help set us up to live the lives that we really want to live.
And support
help
our
you
families.
do that too.
Right? Like there is something so real about the passion for providing and supporting your family.
I want to be able to send my kid to soccer,
dance classes,
gymnastics,
swim classes.
Oh, the swim is like necessary.
Yes.
Like it's life-saving. Like I think it should be covered by the government, but that's just me.
Seriously. I learned how to swim. Yeah, it should. I did it in high school, but you should learn before then. Anyway.
Yeah. I was really little when I did swim classes, and I think about my very poor family at the time.
Yeah. And
like they made it happen because they understood how important it is to feel comfortable in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I took swim lessons when I was little, but like really learned how to swim in high school. But it is, all those things we are passionate about giving our kids opportunities, and not even just extravagant ones, but like we mentioned, just a house and some basic normal things for kids. So,
and we think we can help you do that too.
Yeah.
We can help make you money.
Yeah. with your social media.
Right.
We've discussed a little bit about the role of social media with your small business and how important that is. But this also is a chance for you to showcase your passion, to connect with your community, to really build a brand, and to reach more people. It's a game changer for small businesses.
Yeah.
That is how you get seen. That is how you get noticed. That is how you get recognized. Like I said so many times, it's even just a quick check. Does this boutique exist? Are real people wearing the clothes?
Yeah.
Is this sketchy?
Oh my gosh, that's a real thing. When you go check either the website or the social media and you're like, does that look like it's been ripped off of someone else's social media?
Which happens.
Too much.
Art, especially.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Brooklyn Swenson, looking at you, sis. Everyone is stealing her beautiful calendar.
But straight down to everything that you do, I wanted to get into embroidery and I went on Etsy, found a shop, looked it up on Instagram to make sure I was going to get a good product, something legit that someone had actually built themselves rather than just an Amazon kit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd go to Amazon for it. And I found out they do. And now we've connected. We're friends on social media. I like to think, we've collaborated on a post before.
Isn't she going to be on one of our episodes?
We haven't asked her yet.
Okay. I couldn't remember if we had. Okay.
But I hope so.
But we talked about it.
Yes.
So hopefully.
But social media is a place where you get to really show off what you're passionate about and connect with the communities. Like I said, it's not just about posting products and services, but it's really sharing the heart and story behind your work. That's where relationships are built, trust grows, and people get excited to support what you're doing.
We're good.
Sorry for the video interruption.
Oof.
Kai made a mistake, and we always set a timer because the video camera stops, and I did not this time. So
I hope
cute.
it was just all me yapping. I hope it was just me going on that rant.
Well,
that
I was
weird
also
tangent.
yapping during
But I hope it was just that.
and not the important stuff.
Not the important stuff. Not the meat of it. Okay. Not anything that we could pull out.
Guys, we are professionals, I promise you.
100%.
And our own podcast is just for fun, right?
You know what? Even professionals make mistakes.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Diving back in.
Okay. So, ideas, options. Okay. So, I just have so many ideas of brands that are doing this well, right? We've already talked about a few. I think of PopFlex. We are huge fans of Cassie Ho. It's so funny. We have like a million brands that we could just like pop out. Okay. Cassie Ho is an incredible storyteller as well. Okay. I'm saying as well because in my brain, I'm like, she's in the bank of incredible storytellers with Meg, right? Because she takes a piece that she has created and she tells the whole story. She shows the entire situation of how it was created, why it was created, every little intentional detail. She just sucks you in and shows you why you need this in your life because she has put so much love into a piece that she's created that you're like, I need it. Obviously, I need that because one, it's really high quality. Two, it's very well thought out. It's not quote unquote fast fashion.
Yeah.
She has poured blood, sweat, and tears into whatever it is she's trying to sell me.
No, she's really like sharing her heart.
Yes.
Which is a huge piece of it.
So passionate.
But it's also super relatable at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're like, even if you're not necessarily the audience for said product, the content is that interesting. It makes you want to watch it anyway.
She knows that those videos do well, so she keeps doing them. My favorite is the like little walk, you know?
Yeah.
She does it like sped up and she usually wears like clickety clackety heels. And then she's like, she pulls down her sunglasses. It's the same thing. I love it so much. And she's like, you want to hear about this product specifically? Let me tell you.
Good.
And then she shows you the sketches. She kind of sketches it out. She has such a good like template for all of her pieces. Anywho, so that's kind of what I think of. And if we could use that to apply to a business that I think maybe could use help in the social media department, I would love to see personally. We love Utah brands. We love other brands as well, but like
we really like to support local though.
We love to support Utah local brands, especially if we can women run, millennial mom women run who are also like, you know, do what we're doing. But I think we were just talking about Brooklyn Swenson. I would love to get hands on her social media.
Yeah.
Because I want to know why she creates the stuff she does.
Yes.
You know, she creates these really beautiful, whimsical pieces. And I'm like, I want all the details, right?
Yeah.
Her ornaments are so beautiful and detailed and heartfelt.
Yes.
You can feel that there's a story behind it, but I want to know the story.
Yeah.
Like, why is it that she decided to make this butterfly, you know? And maybe it's too personal. I don't know.
And she puts it in the actual product. Like if
Yeah.
you buy it, you get the sheet that explains it all and everything. But
You can repurpose that. You can take that and make it into a reel that's going to touch lives and drive sales.
yeah.
It's going to do both.
Yeah.
It can be both. It can create community and it can drive sales.
Yeah.
This episode is proudly sponsored by Event Penguin, your go-to solution for creating unforgettable events. Say goodbye to clunky and hard-to-use event sites and create your next event in minutes today.
Whether it's a party, conference, or a networking event, Event Penguin has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Visit eventpenguin.com today and discover beautiful, customizable event pages that make planning a breeze. With a seamless guest experience, Event Penguin lets you focus on what truly matters, making your event a smashing success. Start building your community through events effortlessly. Jump in.
And it can drive sales.
Yeah. I think building that trust and building that vulnerability with people is how you get sales. It's how you get more sales.
Ooh, and you're touching on something kind of scary. You have to be a little bit vulnerable. And there's definitely like your own levels of vulnerable you're willing to share.
Right. There's boundaries. It doesn't necessarily need to be super personal. Like Cassie Ho's stuff doesn't feel, when she talks on PopFlex, it doesn't feel super personal,
No.
but it is the nitty gritty of like the heart of the product.
Right.
So it doesn't always have to be like your like diary,
Right.
you know?
No. But I would love to see things like that where you have like a product that is doing really well. Her ornaments, Brooklyn Swenson's, do really well. Her cute little calendar that is blowing up. It's crazy right now. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And you can tell all of the little details kind of thing. And I just want to get my hands all over it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, things like that. There's so many I could talk about.
One more maybe to mention that we've talked about is Puzzle Folk.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I'm sure if you follow any Utah influencers,
Yes.
they've all worked with Puzzle Folk before, building the cutest puzzles.
They're so cute.
I have not been a puzzler most of my life because, to be quite frank, normal puzzles are kind of meh sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
There's some really cool epic ones, but a lot of times I'm just like, oh, like, Puzzle Folk has a beautiful mind behind the brand.
I just feel like the aesthetic fits millennials.
Yes.
I have no other way to describe it other than it's for us.
It takes just like, are you interested in camping? Okay, let's make it adorable.
So cute. The
In a
designers
puzzle.
are so good. The
Are you an
illustrators.
influencer? Let's collaborate and create your world
In a puzzle.
in a puzzle. Like, I would love to see books puzzled, Taylor Swift stuff
Oh my gosh.
puzzled.
Well, we've
right?
even talked about, this is back to Brooklyn Swenson. We've talked about, we think that Brooklyn Swenson should have her own puzzle through Puzzle Folk.
Yes.
She should be a designer for that.
Yes, absolutely. So things like that where we want to help. Puzzle Folk doesn't even, as far as I know, have.
There's like no social media for Puzzle Folk.
Yeah. And we would love to leverage that and grow it beyond.
And I'm sure it's done really well naturally and organically. That's awesome. But like, it could be,
Yeah.
I would just say more intentional.
And just having like a presence, you know, like is
And legitimizing your business even.
so awesome, and letting other people find you, and you might get more opportunities to collaborate with really cool individuals. Like, I don't know what her business goals are
I don't know. I
necessarily,
don't know anything about it.
but I would love to know more, and I would love to tell the story
Yes.
of why it came to be and what it is you're trying to do with it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
Can you tell? We have so many ideas. We're so ready for
we
this.
have so many. We have an entire list of businesses we'd love to work with.
I know.
That with things we love about their socials, things we want to dive into more.
Yes.
Things that we'd love to shift a little bit to help really craft your story and your brand. And the sky's the limit.
Yep.
Honestly, with your small business and social media. So please contact us. We would love to help you and we would love to partner with you.
And at this point, go check out our Instagram page and our TikTok page at Living Big Labs.
Yes.
Oh, it's real. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't even. Oh,
We've been talking about it for so long. So it's fun to finally like come out with it. It's like,
and actually tell people about it.
unveil it.
Yeah. I kind of would like hint to it to people all the time. Like as soon as we had the idea, I was like,
Social media. Ha.
like I need to tell someone.
It's called Living Big Labs.
Yes. Like,
But now publicly to the world, like this is something we are really dedicating ourselves to.
Yeah.
And you get 2 of us as well, which is really fun. I think that just adds a really awesome element for so many various reasons. But we could
Absolutely.
talk your ears off forever
yeah.
about this. We want you to visit us. We want to help your small business. And for early clients, if you mention this episode, launching Living Big Labs, or mention the word passion,
Yeah.
we will waive the initial $300 brand strategy meeting fee.
Perfect.
So that's awesome. A big discount. You can go straight into the monthly. We'll still have that meeting with you, but it will be for free. So mention the word passion and we will absolutely waive that fee for you.
I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. We're on a high, I feel like, now presenting our baby to you guys. I feel like
So cute.
oh my gosh. I can't even believe it. But I'm so excited to see where our business can take your businesses. I'm just so excited to be on this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is our whole deal is we want you to live big, right? And we're focusing on passion. And you can be passionate about anything. You can be so passionate about literally anything, right? This just happens to be what we're passionate about. This happens to be one facet of what we're passionate about, right? People are so well-rounded. We're so well-rounded and we have so many facets of things that make us a whole human, right? So find what it is that you're passionate about this season with us.
Yeah.
We're going to work on that, right? And I'm sure we're going to find other things that we're even more passionate about as we work with brands.
Yeah.
And they show us what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, our next episode conveniently is called How to Find Your Passion. I mean, if you're not really sure what it is, which was me a couple years ago,
Yeah.
to be honest, hopefully this next episode will help you get there.
Yeah.
We're super
I think this whole
excited.
season will.
Yeah.
But specifically next episode is just going to dive into
Yeah.
like
How to get
some
there.
tools to actually help you.
Yeah.
Because for so long I just kept thinking, but like, how do I know? How do I get there?
Yeah.
We've got answers for
It can be a little scary, a little daunting, right?
Yeah.
I know for me personally, it definitely was. But taking that first step, that leap of faith, could lead you into an incredible life. I know for me, again, personally, I would never have guessed that I'd be sitting right here
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing, talking with who I'm talking with, and creating this whole thing
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
But we feel so fulfilled.
Yeah.
It lights us up.
Yeah.
And we want to help you find the same thing. Love you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on Living Big. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. If you liked this episode, please leave a rating and review.
Join the crew on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for all the behind the scenes, fun, and more. We are incredibly grateful for the community we're building and can't wait to see the growth going forward.
Don't forget to check out Living Big Labs for all of your social media management needs.
Living Big Labs is here to help small businesses thrive by taking the stress of social media off their shoulders so they can focus on what they love and do best.
And remember, you have our permission to let go and live without missing opportunities to connect with other humans. Pursue your passions, no matter how ever changing.
Have fun and live big.